Hey, good morning, pond people. Dave with Pondscapes of Charlotte. We're out here getting started on a 8x11 pond with a little 5-foot stream. If you want to come on over here, I'll show you what we got going on. We'll put the waterfall right here, spills down into a stream, does a little bit of winding, drops down right here into 8x11 pond. That's going to be right up against the patio here, so they can enjoy it in their living space. We'll keep track of what's going on and keep you up to date. All right, so here we are. We're getting ready to start excavation on the pond. Evan and Braden are working on it. Chente's over there putting the bulkhead fittings in the Biofalls. We're down one level, 1 foot below water level. Biofalls is set, plumbing covered. Chente's digging out the skimmer. All right, so here we go. We got the underlayment in, and we're getting ready to put the liner in. Got plenty of liner. Keeps Greg Whitstock happy. Just going to cover up where the stream's going right now, just to in case it rains tonight. There we go. So that's just to keep it from being a muddy mess if it rains. Other than that, we'll be good to go. Start rocking tomorrow.
Never break, always fight, never quit, do it right, play the game, win it life, have no shame, there's no time, feel the pain, live the grind, I could change, in my mind, pick a lane, commit and climb, the only way to win it life, I never miss, that's fact, taking big swings, bitch, hand me the bat, put me in the ring, you'll go out in a bag, cause I sing what I mean, and I bring it to the mad light, ain't got time to kill, I got time to feel, I took the red pill, I know life's short, so I wanna live real, but how's it supposed to feel?
So this is going to be our first waterfall rock entering in the water feature. It's about 6 inches above water level. If we check with our transit, the bottom of this stick is going to be where the water level is at. So if this is our waterfall weir stone where the water is going to be coming off, we can check. It's exactly 6 inches above water level. So what we're going to need to do, we have our 2 framing boulders. We're going to need to foam behind this rock before we backfill in order to get the water to come up and over top. We wanted to get a good view from the patio. So instead of coming in right here and making the waterfall very straight, we gave it a turn. This rock is slightly slanted this way, so the water's going to come and it's going to fall down into the pond right here, and you're going to be able to get a good view from the patio. So down in this area, we're also adding just another cool feature. It's going to fall into about 4 or 5 inches of water. This is going to be the pond level, and these 2 rocks are actually going to be sticking up about 1 inch. So the water's going to fall, and it's not going to be able to go over top of these rocks, so it's going to fall into the pond, and then it's going to shoot out this way into the pond area. The water level is going to be right around here. We did that for a couple reasons. One, just because it looks really cool, and the second part is we wanted to get the waterfall to where the customer could see it. But if you look at the skimmer on that side, we want the skimmer on the opposite side of where the water is entering. So if we just came over here, the water would directly shoot from over there, and over here would be a dead area. The water wouldn't recirculate as well. So the way we have set it up, the water's falling where you get the view, but then it's going to be pushed over to this side where you'll get the maximum amount of circulation, and the water is going to be turning over a lot better, and there's not going to be any dead areas. So we're going to foam back here and backfill, and then keep working our way back.
They wanna say they hate, but they know it's cap. I ain't play no games, I just do that's fact. And I don't feel no shame, it's a mood you lack. I go crazy.
We got the water feature all rocked in, cleaned out before we filled it back up one last time. I wanted to go over a couple things that we have. An awesome feature on here is the rock cave, or the fish cave. The customer added this in, and it's gonna give their fish a place to hide from predators. They can swim all the way back in here. There's tons of space behind there, and it's nice and stable. As you can see, I'm standing on top of the cave, jumping up and down. It's very stable. That thing's never gonna collapse. So it's gonna be really cool to see the fish swimming in and out of here. Whenever you're fishing in nature, the bass, the fish there, they like to hide under logs or some type of shelter. And that's what this is mimicking right here, is shelter, and it's gonna give them a better chance to survive. Over here we have 2 lights that are gonna be lighting up this entire pond area. They're facing away from the viewing area, so you're not gonna be able to see the bright light shining in your eyes. Over here we have our skimmer. This is where everything is gonna be drawn to. So the water is gonna come in on that side. It's gonna get drawn all the way across the pond into here. And we have our pump in here, a filter mat, and a basket that's gonna catch the debris.
Visions in my head, like memories after death. To be a legend instead of something you can forget. I'm living up every breath, I'd rather lead than be led. I'll fill the seats as I spread with every word that I said.
Alright, well, thank you.
Customer's gonna do some planning around the pond, and they didn't want us to mulch yet, so that's why it's left unmulched.
The pond turned out awesome. The guys did a great job on the fish cave. They got a little roof over it that looks just like it was meant to be there. Got the waterfall facing over here, facing the customer. Biofalls totally hidden. Everything turned out great. It's another great Pondscapes of Charlotte job.
I gotta say, one of my favorite parts about this build is this little pool that we built where the waterfall pours into. Couldn't really appreciate it during the time of construction, but once the water starts to clear, you can really see. Just adds a whole new dimension to the pond.
Evan, let's go check out the lighting box.
So we got this lighting box idea from Jack from Atlantis Water Gardens. It's our main hub for the lighting all over this pond. So the way it works is we've got this landscape box here, and running into the landscape box, we've got a main wire that runs to the transformer over there. So that wire is coming over here into the box, and we've got this funny pipe, which is like a thick, flexible pipe. It's not gonna break under the pressure of the rocks we're using. So this pipe is running underground and behind the rocks within the feature, and through this pipe, we run the electricity for each of the lights that we're using in the feature. So we've got it all bundled up. Essentially, when one of the lights goes bad, we'll just have to untie this bundle here, pull the light that's gone bad out from the far side, tie a string to it from this side. So then on the far side, we'll get a string and we'll put the new light, attach it to that string and pull it back through. And so it just keeps it clean. We don't need to dig up anything. When we're replacing lights, we don't need to take any rocks out. Basically, the framework for each of the lights is permanent in this feature. We'll just need to run the new string through every time when we have to replace a light. So it just makes it a lot easier for the future.
Well guys, that's a wrap on this video. Just remember, we're having fun, changing lives, and building the best water features in the world. We'll see you on the next one. Peace.